Okay, I am recording. So, our brain break game, we saw that when we multiply two things together and get an answer of 0, one of those things must be 0. Or, if you multiply two things together and get an answer of 0, one of those things must be equal to 0. We're going to use that fact, that is our null factor law, to help us solve these types of problems. All right, and the reason why we're going to do that is because of two things. One, I have two things being multiplied together, because in between this bracket is a little time sign. So I have my A being multiplied with my B. I've got this going on the left-hand side. And on the right-hand side, I've got an answer of 0. So I've got this thing going on. Our equation is set up like this, so we can use the null factor law to solve it. All right? One of these two things must be equal to 0. We don't know which one. Hold the questions till the end, I'll run through it first. We don't know which one is equal to 0, so we're going to just look at both possibilities. So possibility 1. Possibility 1 is that x equals 0. Now, if x equaled 0, I would have 0 times by 0 minus 3, which is 0 times by negative 3. That would work, wouldn't it? So this is one of the solutions to our equation. Like we did over here with linear equations, we got a solution, x equals 2. This is one of our solutions, x equals 0. So, first possibility. My second possibility is that x minus 3 equals 0. And if x minus 3 equals 0, x would have to equal 3. This is my second possibility. We have two possibilities. All right? If x was 3, this would become 3 times 3 minus 3, or it would become 3 times 0, which also equals 0. So what we end up with is two possible solutions. Those solutions are x equals 0 or 3. All right? And when we write our answers to these quadratic equations, we will often get two solutions. Not always. Sometimes we get no solutions, sometimes we get one solution. This is an example of two solutions. Let's see that again. X plus 4, 2x minus 3 equals 0. So we can see our problem is set up like the null factor law. We have my first part being multiplied by my second part. So this is my A, this is my B. They're being multiplied together. And it gives me an answer of 0. It's this. So the only way that is possible is the first possibility is that x plus 4 is the part that equals 0. So if this part equals 0, x plus 4 equals 0, what does x then have to equal? Negative 4. We take away 4 from both sides. So that's one possibility. Or my second possibility is 2x minus 3 equals 0. Jack, is that still on the camera? Can you see? Or am I off the screen? I'm a little bit off. Have you turned it? All right. So my other possibility is that 2x minus 3 equals 0. How do I solve this? I add 3 to both sides. 2x equals 3. And then I divide both sides by 2. And I get x equals 3 over 2. So my solutions are x equals -4 or 3 over 2. We have two possible answers that would make this equal 0. Yeah. So I added 3 to both sides because I wanted to get rid of the takeaway 3. So we've got to remember all that linear equation stuff working backwards. Okay, let's do one more example before you guys have a go. Okay, now, we're going to use the null factor law. At the moment, what I want to ask myself is, can I use the null factor law? Do I have two things being multiplied together to get an answer of 0? Yes. What are my two things being multiplied together? Now, you just said minus 5x, not times by 5. So we don't have two things being multiplied together. We do have the 0, so we've got the null. Here's the null part in my null factor law. So we've got the 0. What I've got to do is turn this into two things being multiplied together. How can I turn this into two things being multiplied together? I can factorise. Good. So now I go to my factorisation techniques. Does it have a highest common factor? No. Is it a difference of perfect squares? No. Is it a perfect square trinomial? No. Is it a monic quadratic trinomial? Yes. So I'm going to look for two things that multiply to equal 6. The same two things have to add to equal 5. Close. Oh, because I missed a part. It would be 3 and 2, except there's a minus there. -3 and -2. Good. So I can factorise this expression to x minus 3 times by, now I wouldn't normally write the time sign, I'm just putting it in there to show that I'm linking to that, x minus 2 equals 0. Okay, do I have the null factor law now? Yes, I've got two things being multiplied together to get an answer of 0. All right, so if the first one equals 0, x minus 3 equals 0, what does x equal? Good, x has to equal 3. How did you get there, Chaz?
Add 3 on both sides.
Add 3 to both sides, or just use common sense and know the answer. At this stage, and where you guys are in your learning, it's okay to just say, I know that x has to be I know that x has to be 3 to make that work. Okay, so that's one possibility. What's my other possibility? The other possibility is that this part is what is the part that equals 0. So if x minus 2 equals 0, what does x equal?
So is that 2?
In the ones we've done so far, there is 2 answers, but not always. There won't always be 2 answers. We'll look at some possibilities where there's not 2 answers later, Jack. All right, what does x equal? If x minus 2 equals 0, what does x have to equal? 2. So we have 2 solutions. I'm going to squeeze it down the bottom here. So my solutions are x equals 3 or 2. Okay, can you have a go at these problems, please? In your workbook, probably not in your summary journal. So if you make a mistake, you're not too upset about it being messy and wrong. And I'll pause the video. Or I'll stop the video.